This is Donald Trump, and I take no pleasure in introducing this next content. King's Group is on Elephant Man. Go night.
I'm Carl the Elephant Man, and those of you who know me, know I'm a mug of shit and 100% a cunt, but it's business, baby. After speaking with the Antichrist last night, I told Satan that I'm so desperate for attention I've got a personalized number plate. What a cunt, and I will share why all King's Group customers are complete morons. Watch my pocket expand and yours shrink. It's business, baby.
King's Group wankers. King's Group wankers. King's Group wankers.
We do a good job helping you buy and sell houses, and we are genius at squeezing every possible penny from you or making you settle for something you don't want. Keep watching to find out all the tricks we use, and we make morons like you feel special in the process. It's our job to create a buzz around a property, and we'll do this by panicking customers and arranging appointments when others are also viewing the property. This might not necessarily be a genuine viewing, because at King's Group LLP we actively encourage fake viewings by friends and families of your local agent. This makes you feel like you will lose out by not committing to buying this home, and this keeps the seller off our backs too for lack of viewings. Mass viewings create a heightened sense of competition and make a bad situation of negative feeling worse by accepting secret sealed bids, hence, making the property seem more desirable from an emotional viewpoint and drives you to pay too much. So we will push you into buying your dream home that you never knew you wanted in the first place. After all, you're never going to tick 100% of all the boxes, and if you could tick just 80%, then that's the home for you. Moron, ha ha ha. This could leave you impoverished for the rest of your life, but as long as I get paid, who cares? We do introduce fake sealed bids, which pits you against other imaginary buyers without you knowing how much the bogus offers are. If you're foolish and stupid enough to fall for it, that's your fault. It's business, baby. We actively encourage bids below asking price from a buyer, and we encourage the seller to accept, and it's all steam ahead to completion until somebody comes in with an envelope that contains a nice gift of money inside for the agent. After all, we're all here to make money. The buyer will lose his conveyancing fees, valuation fees, and any other money they may have spent, leaving them out of pocket. I promise eventually one of my local agents that you morons trusted will personally call you and tell you the bad news. Apparently, someone who has previously viewed the property has made an offer higher than yours, ha ha ha. Or how about a situation where are paying for your conveyancing fees and valuation fees? We introduce a fake buyer who has come back into the picture and offered a higher fake bid. You idiots have no choice but to make a much higher bid or believe you will lose your fees. Gazumped, gazumped, gazumped.
King's Group wankers. King's Group wankers. King's Group wankers.
We want to trap vendors on a sole agency basis, and we quote you different amounts for sole and multiple agency. You morons don't even question this, and a lot of you accept what you believe is a smaller commission, and this means we don't have to work as hard to sell it, and we can keep it on our books for longer. The more we have on our books, the more people believe we are reputable, and lots of vendors trust us, meaning more vendors will want to use King's Group LLP. Win-win. We like to employ agents that are fast-thinking and can quickly find believable excuses to why you can't speak directly to the sellers and get honest answers and a fair price. This could cut out my commission. After all this manipulation is hard work, and we deserve our commission. My right-hand man Royden the Hammerhead is totally committed to these values. In fact, he's done time in prison. I wouldn't trust him with my daughter, but I'd trust him with yours. Our offices are dirty and smelly, just like Hammerhead likes it, and if it saves me money not to employ regular cleaners, that's great. You can trust us to know your bottom line if you're selling, or your maximum price if you're buying, morons. The chances are you'll end up having to settle for it. If your house isn't selling, that's your fault. We could do more to advertise your property, but only if you pay us more. We have sold a similar property in your area after we have completely robbed, stripped and cheated them out of their hard-earned possessions. Look, this money is better off in my pocket and not theirs. The law supports me too with a bulletproof contract. You signed it, moron. You suffer like a moron. It's business, baby.
King's Group. Wankers King's Group. Wankers King's Group. Wankers.
Oh no, I accidentally squashed Royden.
That's okay, you big orange bear, Debbie. Prisoners get released every single day.
It might have been a rat.
Same thing. Now, Mr. Debbie, just the man-woman mammoth I wanted to speak to. Tell the bird-brain customer that if the moron uses our mortgage advisor, he will get preferential treatment. Avoid telling them that we are unwilling to work with them unless they do, because this is illegal. My local agents and mortgage advisors will of course work as a tag team on you, moron. After all, their loyalties are to their pockets and not to you. Once the mortgage advisor knows your budget and knows he can squeeze a lot more out of you, he is well within his right to tell the branch manager not to accept the moron's initial offer. It's business, baby. Five reasons why Kings Group LLP loves morons. 1. Elevated valuations. Seller, we overestimate the value of your property to entice you to sign up. After we have signed you up, we will tell you the market conditions in that area have changed and we need to dramatically lower the asking price. 2. Lengthy sole agency contracts. Seller, we love this because if we fail to get viewings, offers or both, you are stuck with us, but don't worry, we will keep finding ways to stroke your ego and keep your ego satisfied at least. Fees, we will charge you as much as we could get away with and we will tell you every excuse under the sun to justify our fee. Ha ha ha. 3. Failing to give feedback. Seller, feedback has no direct route of getting your money into my pocket. All you need to know now is that your shitty property has not sold yet. 4. In-house mortgage advice. Buyer, our mortgage advisors tend to have less than a year's experience, but charge a fee much higher than brokers from other firms who have a much greater level of experience. For this reason, it's not the best option for you to use our in-house mortgage advisor and it won't speed up the process. But we will force you to use them, and we will also force you to use our own conveyancers and take out expensive home and protection cover. 5. What you could get it for. Buyer, it's illegal to quote a price the seller hasn't agreed to, but if the agent is having a private conversation with a potential buyer, and there are no witnesses, it's his word against theirs, so you can't prove anything, and will probably never know anyway. Woo 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 wham bang. Don't worry, this baby's unemployed and can't afford to buy. With all that's going on in Syria and all the Syrian babies dying, it's bad for them but good for us because the influx of Syrian refugees coming to the UK mean that the government needs to house them, and with a shortage of homes, property prices will go up. This is great for business and great for Kings Group LLP. Fantastic and thumbs up. Branch managers, listen up, you need to order some extra for sale boards for placing outside multiple occupancy homes and other misleading spaces that are not on the market with us. This will fool house hunters into believing we are the best local agents, and when the morons call up to inquire about a fake for sale property, we will them the property is no longer available or the board was accidentally placed in the wrong place. However, we do have other similar properties in the area we could show you. First, I will need to take some of your details, and we will also circulate your details to other branches if we can't help, so hopefully one of them will trap you. Royden is working his way through your offices. In the meantime, if HMRC call to book in an appointment to see you, please can you call me first, before you arrange any times. The tax avoidance schemes we use are fully legitimate and a good way to keep public money in my pocket. Ha ha ha, it's business baby. Carl Knipe's treason to the public purse are schemes we use to artificially create losses, arising from backing a range of films from limited liability partnerships. An example of the films we back are the Foresight Film Limited Liability Partnership, Foresight Film 1.2 Limited Liability Partnership now dissolved, and we'll talk about why in a moment, the Zentropa Film Partnership Limited Liability Partnership, Ingenious Film Partners 2 Limited Liability Partnership, the Invicta Film Partnership Number 37 Limited Liability Partnership, the Invicta Film Partnership Number 43 Limited Liability Partnership. Investing in a film partnership is an aggressive tax avoidance scheme, which helps fund my lifestyle through fraudulently claiming film tax credits and VAT. These schemes could see investors claim more in tax relief than they had invested, with the dissolved film companies showing the partners have had large losses, which could be set against Kings Group LLP income. Just to give you a general idea of how this works, we would invest a small amount of the expenditure, let's say 30% of the expenditure was actually funded from the partner's cash, and the other 70% was routed through the partnership on paper only, and for this reason the scheme allows members to claim tax relief on losses many times higher than the actual amount they invested in the partnerships, meaning the return on the partner's investment was the tax relief itself, which was considerably larger than their cash contribution. If somebody cheats the benefit system, they have to pay the money back and are named and shamed. If somebody cheats the tax system, we get to go on a nice holiday and enjoy the proceeds. It's business baby, screw the United Kingdom and its public. Our film partnerships deliberately raise more money than we need for the production, and because HMRC cannot expect any money back from a dissolved company such as the Foresight Film 1.2, the investors get to run with the surplus cash. Win-win. We like to tell vendors we have buyers that will be interested in their property, usually to get them to sign up with us. Ready-made buyers do not usually exist. In fact, this is very rare because the buyers are not often known to us, so we list the property on sites like Rightmove to generate potential viewers with no existing relationship with us. Any agent could do this, so why do we charge the extra fees? Ha ha ha, morons. We create viewings to impress vendors before they sign our Kings Group bulletproof contract. The hot buyer viewings are usually hired help, friend, relative, or even partner of the local agent to look around your home. The hot buyer will remain interested in buying your home until you officially sign the bulletproof contract, and unsurprisingly the interest will disappear. Newspapers are not an efficient way to make a sale anymore, with most people preferring to look online, but it does two things for us. Firstly, it temporarily gets the vendor off our backs, and secondly, it promotes us, so other vendors will want to put their homes in our hands. Unknown to those morons, we will always recoup any money we spend to promote their shit property from them, thanks to our bulletproof contracts. Vendors want the best possible price for their property, but this is not good for us because it's all about the quick sale and getting the money into my pocket quickly. So let's get the sale as soon as possible and off our books. The truth is, getting the vendor an extra £10,000 will probably only earn me an extra £190, so is it worth the extra effort? Remember, I'm 100% a cunt and I'm here to make quick money for me and move on to the next moron. Chokeslam morons onto our in-house mortgage advisor's desk. We will make the morons fear they will lose the property to a rival buyer, perhaps richer or quicker, ready to snatch it off you in an instant. This makes you vulnerable and we love it. If you don't use our mortgage advisor, our commissions are at risk. We like to tell the buyer a story like, the thing is, the seller has had bad experiences in the past, with the deal not going through, and they are adamant that the next buyer must use our mortgage advisor and conveyancers, just to guarantee that everything goes through smoothly, without a hitch, this time, and the advisor chases everything along the process to satisfy vendor. Ha ha ha, the mortgage advisor and vendor have probably never even spoken, and your offer may be the only offer the vendor has ever accepted on the property, but believing the shit that comes out of our mouths puts the buyer in a difficult position. A costly lie for you, but a very profitable lie for me. It's business, baby. We at Kings Group LLP take data protection very seriously. You may have noticed photocopies of customer passports, driving licenses, bank statements, blah blah blah, but the verifiable truth is that we sent out an email about our clear desk policy, and our staff undertake trivial annual tests that we may or may not provide the answers for. This means we as a group go beyond what the law requires from us. We have done what we need to do, so if the local agents decide not to follow these instructions, that's not my guilt, the Antichrists or convict Royden's responsibility. There's no smoke without fire, is there, Royden?